And welcome back. You know, two Ottawans have been named to the Canada's national women's dodgeball team, which is very cool. We happen to have one of them with us right now. Her name is Celine Girouard. And welcome, Celine.
Thank you.
And of course, we have the very equally as lovely assistant coach of the women's national dodgeball team, Spencer Serault. Good to have you here.
Thanks for having us.
Celine, tell us about your love for dodgeball.
Well, I've been playing for about 7 or 8 years now, and I decided to take it to another level and try out for the national team. And yeah.
Okay. So what is it about dodgeball that you love then?
The community. The community is a great time. Everybody's so understanding and fun, and everybody is just—it's a big family.
Yeah.
So it's good, especially in competitive sports.
Okay, so you're part of Dodgeball Ottawa then?
Yes, I do play Dodgeball Ottawa.
So tell us about Dodgeball Ottawa then. How long has that been around at this point?
Dodgeball Ottawa's been around for how many years?
4 years.
4 years at this point? Okay.
So I've been playing with them for about 2 or 3, I would say, and I play a couple times a week.
Okay. Coach Serault, tell us, so is there a stigma around dodgeball? Because a lot of people seem to think that, you know, when you're thinking dodgeball, you're thinking like your grade phys ed class or something like that. For sure. Right? Or you're thinking about that crazy Vince Vaughn movie or something like that.
We get that a lot.
A lot of attention to the sport, though,
for sure,
right?
yeah.
But I mean, obviously, I mean, this is a real deal. This is the real sport.
Yeah, so I like to describe the difference between dodgeball as a game and dodgeball as a sport, and Dodgeball Ottawa and Dodgeball Canada, Canada being who's hosting the nationals. Yeah, I like to really focus on the sport as a competitive sport and try to actually grow the sport since it is quite young. The stigmas that are around it is obviously that everyone's there to bully each other and that the biggest arms are going to pick on someone who, is smaller and not able to play as well, which that is not the case at all. It's mainly a co-ed sport for the most part, how a lot of people play, and then obviously at the more competitive level we break up into male and female.
Okay, so then being a coach then, is it difficult to break those stigmas, to say, okay, like, because maybe there's probably smaller players, there's bigger players, and like is it a challenge to?
It is a little bit. Off the start, some people don't like, it's usually trying to encourage people not to aim for people's heads. Is usually the one thing is people don't like getting hit in the head. But otherwise, at the competitive level, a lot of people know what they're kind of getting into. And yeah, they're kind of ready for people to throw as hard as they want. And usually when someone like Celine catches you out, you get a little frustrated about throwing easy at her, and then you throw very hard. And she'll still catch you.
What are we seeing here as well? Because we're seeing clips. So would this be from the championships last year?
Yes, this is against Australia.
Okay, and how did we fare last year?
We won this. Well, we won against Australia. I think we only played them once. No, we played them twice in the playoffs as well. So,
okay. Yeah. So how much fun was that then to go all the way to Australia to play this?
It was fabulous.
Yeah.
It was a great trip. Yeah, and it was fun to be able to see everyone around the world and their caliber, and it's very much more advanced. And obviously, if you play against the same people all the time, so you're playing against different calibers, and it was a really good time.
How often yourself, Celine, would you train then?
Would I train?
Yeah.
Right now for Team Canada, there's a practice every week, and obviously you play during the week in your leagues just to keep on top of your game.
Okay. So you guys do have a tournament coming at the end of the summer. Maybe Spencer, tell us a bit about this tournament.
Yeah, so the tournament is a co-ed charity dodgeball tournament. It's going to be done in the beach, so we're not quite going to the Mooney's Bay, but we're doing it at Shefford Park, where there's beach volleyball courts available. It's a charity tournament in the sense that you can register as a team, and your team chooses upon registration what charity you're going to compete for. So we're going to have a recreational division and a competitive division, and again, you battle it out and you hopefully raise money for the charity of your choice.
So you get to choose the charity then?
Yeah, as long as it's a registered charity.
Okay, that's interesting. So are we looking for professionals or just amateurs? Anybody who wants to play dodgeball at this point?
Anybody. There's going to be 2 divisions. We'll have the competitive division, which accepts everybody, and then the recreational intermediate division, which will be for anybody who wants to play but at a little lower of a tier level.
Okay, fair enough. And Celine, of course, you're hoping to play against like...
I do.
But you're hoping to play against like people that have never played again.
It's always fun to get new people into the game and show them how it works and how the game's evolved, or the sport has evolved.
Or a team that has no experience could like bring you on as a ringer. Just like that.
I'm sure there'll be some rules about how many pros you can bring on your team if you're playing recreationally.
And then obviously, so the World Championship is coming again in October?
Yes.
Okay, so you're on the team?
Yes.
Okay, now how did you get on the team?
You have to qualify. So there's regional tryouts. There was one in Ottawa, there was one in Toronto, everywhere across Canada. And then everyone met up in Halifax in April. And then they had one large tournament, and then they hand chose their players.
Wow. And how long were you playing all day then?
Yeah. I think it was a 3-day tournament.
A 2-day, 2 days.
2 days?
Two-day tournament.
Okay,
Long
yeah.
days.
It's long, yeah.
All right, Coach. So we obviously can't have a full game of dodgeball here, but maybe some techniques. I mean, when you're throwing the ball, because obviously when you're playing baseball, you throw it a certain way, or if you're going to play rugby. I mean, what's the best way to throw a dodgeball?
To be fair, it's kind of a loaded question, unfortunately, because it does depend on what you want to
really?
do.
Okay.
Most players, the people who transition easiest, I should say, come from dodgeball, come from baseball.
Yeah.
Their throw from baseball translates really well with these balls. They're a little bigger, but they're fairly lightweight. But some people end up throwing kind of a sidearm, where they end up using more kind of torque from their side to kind of spin around. But essentially, when you're getting ready to throw, you want to make sure you're transitioning your weight. A lot of people want to just throw the ball just with their arm. So making sure that you are stepping into it, stepping forward, and releasing is kind of at least the basic to start from, and then you can kind of
You'll have less injuries that way.
Yeah. Have you been injured from this?
Yes, I have been.
How many times have you been hit in the head?
Oh gosh.
Because I mean, I remember that just going back to phys ed class, right? Like you'd be looking the other way, and of course,
you get smoked in the face.
Kid would throw it right in your face. Right? So.
I can't count, but I'd say probably over 30 for sure. Over 30.
You probably never get used to it, though, right?
No,
like
it's always a shock. It's always a surprise, right?
Are we always looking for people to join up to Dodgeball Canada?
Yes, absolutely.
All the time? Dodgeball Ottawa, rather?
So locally here in Ottawa, Dodgeball Ottawa we have leagues twice a week, as well as drop-in, which anyone's always able to come to every Thursdays from 7:15 to 9:15 p.m. And then from Dodgeball Canada, if you're elsewhere in Canada, there's always leagues everywhere else that people should get into.
Amazing. All right, Coach Spencer, thank you, and Celine, part of the Canadian national team. That's incredible. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much for having us.
Wonderful. And thanks for not throwing that at my head.
Yes.
You can do it right now. We've got more daytime coming up in moments.